Hope gave way to heartbreak this Easter as a fragile ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine collapsed within hours. Russian President Vladimir Putin declared a one-day Easter truce. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for 30, but by midnight, the guns were roaring again. Accusations are already flying, both sides claiming the other has violated the agreement.
Based on humanitarian considerations, today starting from 1800 hours to 00 hours Monday, the Russian side announces an Easter ceasefire. I order a stop to all military activities for this period.
Приказываю на этот период остановить все боевые действия.
We assume that the Ukrainian side will follow our example. However, our troops should be ready to repel possible ceasefire violations and provocations by the enemy, any aggressive actions.
Любых его агрессивных действий.
We know that the Kyiv regime, as you have reported to me, violated agreements regarding ban on energy strikes more than 100 times. This is why I ask you to be extremely attentive and vigilant, to be ready for an immediate response in full.
Быть готовыми к немедленному ответу в полном объеме.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky dismissed Vladimir Putin's truce as a PR stunt, saying it was ignored across multiple front lines. Ukraine reported more than 3,000 Russian ceasefire violations, drones, missiles, and shelling across eastern regions.
Ми знаємо, що захищаємо, знаємо, за що боремось, за кого і заради кого. І тому кожного разу, як би важко нам не було, ми все одно не втрачаємо віру. Бо ця віра один в одного, в тих, хто стоїть поруч з тобою, в українців, в Україну. Віра в те, що зло має свою годину, а Бог має свій день. Прийде день життя, день миру, день України, день довжиною в століття. І ми зможемо знову зібратись разом за одним столом в мирний Великдень.
The fiercest fighting flared near the embattled town of Pokrovsk, the epicenter of Moscow's renewed assaults. Ukraine's Air Force also reported overnight strikes across key regions, including Kyiv, Kherson, Dnipro, and Petrovsk. Zelensky said if Russia is unwilling to commit to a 30-day full ceasefire, it proves Moscow has no real interest in peace. Moscow accused Kyiv of breaking the truce over 1,000 times. Russia claims Ukraine drone attacks killed civilians and struck border regions, including Crimea and Belgorod. Amid the chaos, President Donald Trump voiced optimism again, saying a peace deal could still happen this week. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump's proposed 30-day truce now hangs by a thread. With no sign of de-escalation, Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned of pulling the plug on US-led peace efforts.
If for some reason one of the two parties makes it very difficult, we're just going to say you're foolish, you're fools, you're horrible people, and we're going to just take a pass. But hopefully we won't have to do that. No, Marco's right in saying it. We want to see it end.
Do you think Russia's playing you?
No, nobody's playing me. I'm trying to help. This was Biden's war, by the way. By me getting involved, they'll say, oh, Trump. This is not Trump's war. This is Biden. This is a war that should have never happened. We are going to see if we can get it done. I think we have a really good chance of getting it done. And it's coming to a head right now.
Now into its third year, the war has devastated Ukraine, with hundreds of thousands killed or wounded on both sides since Russia's full-scale invasion in February 2022. As the cycle for ceasefire and conflict continues, hopes for peace remain fragile and under fire.